Meow, 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 meow.
No.
When a tribe called the Jellicles must decide yearly which one will ascend to the heavy side layer and come back a new Jellicle life. Welcome to another review for All That Film. You guessed it, we're talking cats all the way in January. You know, forget those demons that we thought we'd leave in 2019. We're accepting them with a warm hug and talking cats. It's going to be a really fun review. Let's get into it.
Meow.
Cats.
Oh,
Cats.
yeah, cats. So I'm going to go ahead and say this. Lindsay already mentioned this when we were talking beforehand. I don't feel like this is a movie. If you're listening and if Cats, for whatever reason, is still in your cinema and they haven't taken it out yet, I feel like you don't care about spoilers. And there aren't really spoilers for this movie. So it's just going to be a review. If you're the one person that doesn't want to be spoiled. Yeah. I will say now, feel free to leave. We'll lose that one viewer. I understand. It's okay. But let's just get into it. This movie is super horny. The horniest movie
It is.
of 2019.
It's so horny without being able to act on it in any way.
Yeah.
Okay, see, that's what I was about to say, Lens. One thing that I don't love about this movie, because I don't hate it as much as other people, but I feel like there's like a bubble that it's like drifting around, but it never bursts. So I'm not saying, you know, I've heard the rumors and the people mumbling about it. Maybe a cat orgy people wanted. I don't know if that's how far I'd go with it, but just something along those lines. You wanted
the cats to fuck?
No.
I mean, they
also,
did make multiple like nut hitting jokes in it. And like they made that joke about how Rum Tum Tugger can sing high, and Jenny Anydots was like, "Oh, do you think he got neutered because he sings so high?"
Yep. Bustopher Jones, out of all people, multiple nut shots in this film. Poor guy.
Jenny Anydots had multiple like coochie.
Yeah,
shots.
that was her opening.
Yeah, she spreads her legs open and just starts going to town.
Goes for it, you know.
I'll throw one thing out to y'all real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, did you guys know this film is PG?
Yep, that's what I was saying. It's like someone like the concept for this was to say, ignoring the fact that it's based off a Broadway play or musical, what is the horniest movie we can do that we can still show children?
Yes,
I would never show this to a child.
It's like they filmed an NC-17 film and then they were like, cut it down as much as you can.
Edit out the
CGI out Jason Derulo's pee-pee.
Cats cannot have salami.
No. By the way, Margot, since you're an animation gang, just talking to a fellow, to someone who's in that field. If you, what studio is Cats?
I'm pretty sure it's a VFX company.
Okay, if you were working for a VFX company, and you know you know maybe you hit the big leagues and you were working on something for Ex Machina and maybe even other really great projects, and then they come to you, Margot, and they're like, "Yo, yeah, Jason Derulo, you're gonna have to CGI out his penis in the whole movie, all 150 or an hour and 50 minutes of it, and you're about to get paid gonzos for it." How would you feel?
All right. Well, first off, I know I wouldn't be paid gonzos for it because VFX artists don't have a union. So I would probably be paid horribly for it. Second.
Here's $2.
Yeah, basically. Second. I know they didn't use like motion capture technology, like when you put all the little dots on your body and stuff, which is why the VFX looks so bad, because they had to like I think frame by frame like go over
their
No
bodies
way.
and stuff because they didn't do any facial tracking or the motion capture.
So that's why the cockroaches looked like Snapchat filters?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why. So, like, I'm sure, like, erasing Jason Derulo's dick was just, like, a part of the process. You know? Like, you just kind of
I just can't imagine the turmoil in that poor VFX department.
That poor
being
underpaid VFX department.
Yeah, none of this makes sense. We can't do anything. Judy, just leave Judi Dench's hands in. I'll go ahead and say this, since we're talking positives, because we got the negatives that you haters rating it 2.8 on the old IMDb that you want to hear. We got that out of the way. One positive I'll throw out. I feel like Tom Hooper made the movie he wanted to make, if that makes sense. But the movie he wanted to make is only for like 10 people, not even like the people that love cats. And the other thing that I'll throw out as like a huge positive, Jason Derulo, James Corden, even Rebel Wilson to a certain extent. I throw out Taylor Swift and for sure Idris Elba. For how ridiculous this movie is, they are committing. They are like Idris Elba is an established actor. Ian McKellen is an established actor. Judi Dench is an established actor. And I feel like some of them are like going above and beyond to like actually, like James Corden specifically feels like a cat, if that makes sense. Like he's leaning into the Bustopher Jones.
I disagree.
Oh,
I think I felt like character.
I felt like all of the actors thought that they were doing different movies.
Yeah, like
James Corden and Rebel Wilson for sure were playing it just like as themselves. Like it felt like they were doing a parody of Cats. Like they were part of an SNL sketch.
Oh,
yeah, especially.
But then you get to like Sir Ian McKellen, and he's like, "I will be a cat." You know, like he's an actor.
Yeah.
So he was like,
Ian
"I know
McKellen
exactly what
never
I'm doing."
acts poorly.
Exactly. He was like, "I know exactly what I'm doing." And then like poor Jennifer Hudson was like, "I'm gonna be in Les Mis. This is my Oscar moment."
I just wanted to hand her a tissue the whole time to get that snot off of her face.
The one thing I was gonna throw out. Go for it, Theo.
I was just gonna say, it just feels like Jennifer Hudson got a similar treatment that Rose did from Star Wars 9. And that they probably filmed like 9 hours worth of material of her. And then we're like, yeah, we gotta cut it down.
I'm gonna disagree. I think release the Snyder cut. There's a Rum Tum Tugger cut of this film
with his
that's PG-13.
Oh
yes, that's extended where he's in more scenes, singing with everybody else.
We needed more Rum Tum Tugger for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't like Rum Tum Tugger's song when it would cut to Jenny Anydots clearly like standing by herself and she was just doing like funny one-liners and I like knew that it was just Rebel Wilson, like they were like, do some improv.
Yeah, I was like, they clearly like I don't think they filmed any of these scenes with the actors all actually together. They filmed them all separately and then just kind of put them in.
But it was like
so none
the
of them
most
actually
obvious when that happened. I was like, I could be watching Rum Tum Tugger right now, and
so they all played the cats so different. They all played the cats so differently because they didn't see what everyone else was doing because they weren't together.
Linz, I'm gonna push back on that a little bit. Tom Hooper said in an interview that they all went to cat school together.
Okay.
And I feel like he wouldn't lie.
What went wrong, Tom?
What went wrong?
But no, the one thing I was going to say about Jennifer Hudson, I don't know who her agent is, but she for sure thought this was Dreamgirls 2.0, and she was getting that Oscar.
Yeah.
I left this movie just feeling sorry for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. Is she
specifically in that like last singing moment, like when it lingers on it, I'm like, oh no, like this, she's taking this like so serious.
So seriously. But she looks like that,
the weirdest way possible.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know if this happened at your theater, but at my theater, the sound mixing was really weird. So when she was singing Memory and it got to the big chorus, the backing music was like way louder than her.
Oh, so no, that didn't happen.
It was pretty. I'd say it was decently loud.
I was like, can they turn it down? I want to hear her.
It almost sounded like they were playing her off. Like,
yeah, that's what it sounded like.
I don't. Okay, so I don't want to promote drug use on your podcast, but I was very, very high when I watched this. And I feel like that is just how you have to see it, because I can't imagine being sober for it.
I was disturbingly sober. It was horrible.
Sober.
It was terrifying.
I was just like, this is magical. I'm having the best time. And then I looked over at my friend. She was just glaring at me. She was like, why did you make me come here?
This is where I guess I'll throw in the footage of me and my friends. There's a video of us vibing to one of the cat songs at the start. Having a great time. So I guess you'll see that now. Nice. Because we were in the theater by ourselves.
I wish that was me.
Thankfully, they didn't go too wild. Were you also in the theater by yourself?
No, there was like 10
There were 10 people?
I was like,
oh yeah, mine was completely sold out.
Thursday. What the fuck?
Mine was completely sold out, yeah.
That's insane. But
I saw it opening night, though.
We saw it very late. I'll also throw in this other clip of us leaving Cats. They were very upset. I'll just say that Michael, Sam, Evan, and Josh thought it was one of the worst experiences they've ever been a part of. They were not happy. Too. Yeah.
I was like, wasn't that amazing? And she was like, no. I was like, okay.
I don't think it's the worst thing ever.
I had a great time. I had so much fun. The part where Judi Dench like turns and looks to the camera, like horrifying. Everyone audibly gasped, like so loud.
I like recoiled in my seat, like I was in one of those recliners. I was like laying all the way down, and then when she looked at me, I like curled up into a ball. I was so scared.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'll throw this out because me and Theo were talking to Turtle the other day, and this movie is such an experience in like a cursed way, and that's the moment that I was really worried. That this movie, that I was seeing a different movie than everybody else, and Judi Dench was talking to me specifically.
Yeah,
and
I was like, she's looking right at me.
She was looking
into my soul.
She saw me. She really saw me.
She said, "Cats are not dogs," and I was like,
"They are not dogs."
And
I knew that.
And I was like, "You're right."
I was like, "You're right." Yes,
you're
ma'am.
So right. Yes, Miss Judy, you're so right.
Oh man!
It felt
also,
like
okay.
Climax.
At what point? It did. The one other thing I'll throw out, because a couple of you went with friends. At what point were your friends annoyed? Because
when the trailer started, she knew what was coming.
When the cat, I think it was Monkey Strap, at the beginning crawls vertically down a wall.
Yeah.
We were like, oh God.
No, it was as soon as we sat down in the chair, she looked at me and she was like, no one else could come? And I was like, no, you were the only one free. And she was like, I hate you.
I
had to brag her.
One was excited and one was like, I'm here.
I forget what song it was, but I think about the fourth or fifth song in, my friends like all collectively realized, wait, this is the entire movie. It's just a cat's music video cut together. Yep. And then I realized, I was like, wait, this is the entire movie. Like, and they were literally
I was like, this is going to happen so much and you never get a break.
Yeah, like, it really was like the fourth song. We were like, oh my God, there's no breaks between the songs. God help us.
Which is insane. After seeing, like, don't get me wrong, Rise of Skywalker moves at a breakneck pace, but the idea of having these full, some that are big and bombastic songs, and just going from Rebel Wilson's song to Jason Derulo's song with no room to breathe is insane to me.
Yeah, it's like holding your breath for 2 hours.
Yeah.
While wearing cat ears, because that's what I did.
Oh no.
I did.
All right. Do we want to go to grades for this film?
Oh God.
Oh man, it's
I don't know. I don't know if I can grade it. Like, I didn't even give it a rating on Letterboxd.
It's not a movie. It's an experience.
It is an experience.
It's a music video. It's a collection of music videos by the Cats album 2019 from T Hoop, the freshest artist on the block. But yeah, we'll try to sort out scores, I suppose.
No.
Margot, even though you just said you didn't rate this, what would you give this out of 10?
Can I like rate it in colors?
Yes.
Cause I give this like a solid chartreuse.
No.
That's how I feel about it.
Fair. Lindsay, what would you give this film out of 10?
Oh man. I mean, on Letterboxd, I gave it a 10 out of 10. But I know it's not. But in my heart it was, because I had so much
Be true
fun.
to yourself, Lindsay. You know it is.
But like, as a movie, it's not a movie. So it's like a 1 out of 10, I guess. But really, it's a 10 out of 10.
Okay, so you gave 10 out of 10 and 1 out of 10. I'm going to combine those. 11 out of 10 for Lindsay. Theo, what would you give this film out of 10?
Can I go the Margot route? Can I say it's like walking out of a 7-Eleven and seeing a hot dog on the ground and then just bursting out laughing?
I feel that, but like bursting into tears.
But then you have to like watch a cat eat that hot dog, and you're not allowed to look away.
Yes.
You cannot look away. You have to look at it.
You have to watch it till it's gone.
There's someone holding you at gunpoint.
Okay,
don't keep watching this.
I'm going to go a similar route. Okay, so this film, out of 10, is basically like if you were in a, not like life-threatening, but a prolonged coma. You're in your deathbed just before you get out of the coma, and then a cat jumps on top of you, turns around, and just pungently shows you his butthole for 2 hours out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the butthole has been blurred. The butthole has been CGI blurred.
Yeah.
Of course, yes.
So you don't actually see it.
And the cockroaches on the floor are doing a little ditty for you to help lighten the mood. That is my score out of 10. I think that rounds out on average to about a good movie, some would say, out of 10. Movie good? Maybe?
Yeah,
movie good.
Movie good.
Movie Cats. But that's gonna do it for our review. Make sure to stick around if you're a diehard Cats fan. Hit that meow and subscribe button right meow. And make sure to check out our Cats ranking video that we're gonna do as well. So it should be lots of fun. Gonna have the finest Jellicle reviewers of all that film. Thank you guys for listening. Sorry if you were subjugated to cats. Bye.
Meow.
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 This is where I stare in the camera and I look at the audience and I say, Cats is not a film. Cats is not a film.